Hey Max, Garland Gillen of Fox 8 New Orleans here. Coach O's talked a lot about Brian Thomas and his development over fall camp. Can you kind of go into detail on what you've seen from him so far and his big catch capabilities?
Yeah, Brian's made a lot of plays. He's caught a lot of go balls, a lot of slants, a lot of out routes. He's done a great job of getting off the jam, and all the receivers, all the freshman receivers, and all the older receivers are making a lot of plays right now. It's been a lot of fun.
Is that almost like you know Kayshawn's number one, but is it like number 2 through 10 because there's so many good freshmen and you have so many veterans there? How's it? It's gonna be tough to differentiate between number 2 through 10 receivers right now since everybody's kind of showing out this camp.
Yeah, everyone's doing a great job right now. Everyone's kind of making plays. We're spreading the ball around, and they're going up and getting it, and they're making a lot of plays for us. And this is gonna be a lot of fun. We're trying to get them the ball and get the ball in their hands. They're gonna make the plays.
Hey Max, this is Glenn West with LSU Country. Just going back to the scrimmage this last week, I know it was probably the first time you guys were in Tiger Stadium since the spring, and the first time you've been able to kind of get plays relayed from Coach Peets into you. And I'm just wondering how the communication was this last weekend with the offense. From Coach Peets to yourself to the offensive line to the receivers. Just how did all that go?
Yeah, I think we need to do a better job of just communicating. The protections, getting them right, focusing on, where the pressure's coming from, and getting that turned around. I think the communication was pretty good over the scrimmage, but I just think we need to work on that.
Hey Max, Jacques Doucet, WAFB. Coach mentioned how important this upcoming week is. I know all the preparations is important, but the closer you get to the game, I know y'all cut some stuff back. So how important is it to, I guess, improve over this next week or so?
Yeah, we got another week of just focusing on ourselves and honing in on the details and just becoming the best offense we can become. And they're trying to become the best defense that they can become. And I think we're competing really well together, and we're learning a lot from each other.
Max, you mentioned the communication need to improve that. I guess, is that something that just comes with time and reps, or is there something specific you can do to really increase that quickly?
Yeah, I agree. I think it just comes with time, and I think we've had great communication over the summer and throughout this fall camp. It's just just trying to make it as perfect as we could be, and yeah.
Hey Max, Scott Ravelay from the Advocate. It seemed like there's been talk about not changing some of the mechanics of the offense or the play calling or the nomenclature or whatever. Can you talk about how it compares to the offense last year? Are you having to learn a lot more new terminology and that sort of thing compared to what you learned coming in as a freshman?
There's not a huge difference. It's just the way we're kind of calling it. All the protections are the same. The way we're doing it, it's just the way we're being taught is a little different. But I've enjoyed learning from Coach Peets, and he's taught me a lot, and I've learned a lot, and I feel like I've put the stuff that I've learned into my game, and I'm looking forward to just competing and using the skills that he's given me and putting it in the game.
Yeah, Max, Ron Higgins, Tiger Eye Magazine. I know that some of the running backs have been hurt, but what have you seen out of John Emery and also the young running backs, Corey and Armani? What have you seen from them? We heard Corey had a good scrimmage the other day.
Yeah, John's done a great job. Such as just getting open on choice routes. Even 6-man protection. He's done a good job of picking up extra guys that have come or that have gotten loose. And Armani and Corey, we call them Thunder and Lightning, just because they're like they're roommates. They do everything together, and they're both studs. Corey and Armani both had great days yesterday or on Saturday.
Hey Max, Glenn West, one more for me. I was going to ask about the running backs, but I guess just talk about some of the more veteran receivers you guys have. Dre and John Trey. Those are a couple of guys you guys relied on down the stretch last year. Just how have they come along throughout this early stage of fall camp, and how much do you guys think you'll be relying on them?
Yeah, they've done a great job so far. They're leading really well. I think they're leading the young guys really well. I think it's just coming together and just becoming as tight as we can be, and they've done a great job of just boosting the young guys, encouraging them, and they've done a great job of running their routes and getting open and competing every day.
Hey Max, Colborne from Cox Sports Television. Two-part question about your dad. First, on the serious side, what kind of football advice does he give you? Maybe some of the best pieces of advice he's given you. And then secondly, I've got to ask you about his trick shot videos.
Yeah, just some of the advice he's given me is just to, give your all, be the best you can be every day, encourage others, just to go be great and be where your feet are, be present in the moment. Don't think what happened in the past and don't think ahead of you. Just, just focus on the details, focus on the little things, and just try to become the best you can be. And no, his TikToks, he gets after on those trick shots. He has a lot of fun. He makes them all the time. His little slogan's first try, first take.
Hey Max, this is Shane Dixon with 24 Step. I know the tight end room's taken a bit of a hit from just a year ago, but what does Cole do well, and obviously Jack coming in now that you've seen him after a week? How would you describe what each of those guys bring to the field?
Yeah, Cole's more physical tight end. He's a good blocker. Jack's more of a pass catcher. We can get him out flexed. Tidy's a blocker as well. It's just putting them in space, and they're big bodies and they're big threats in the red zone. I think they both bring that to the table.
Max, could you compare the guy you are right now to the guy you were, say, a year ago? As a freshman, I'm sure there was a lot of some wide eye, hey, I'm going to the SEC football and all that. How much more comfortable and mature do you feel this year?
I definitely do feel more mature than I did last year, but there's never been no wide-eyed part of me. I just feel like I've focused more and I've honed in more on the details of what needs to go on and how we need to be a better football team.
Max, you mentioned John Emery kind of getting open on routes and things like that. I mean, it seems like his receiving game is something he's had to improve on since his first year. How have you seen him kind of just evolve as a receiver?
Yeah, John's done a great job of, reading the leverage of the linebackers, and he meets with Coach Falk all the time. Just figuring out the plays and how to get open, whether it's a stacking linebacker or cut in front of him, or how to get open on choice routes. He's done a great job of that, and he meets and works on that after practice as well.